So, how do we get heard above all this noise and all this rubbish? Well, there's no doubt that you can't do this by manual labor alone. Again, I can kind of remember, and I've worked in companies big and small where we've tried to do all of the heavy lifting through pulling out lists, managing spreadsheets, individual acts of heroism. This isn't going to work. You need some kind of automation. You need technology to help you do this, because the number of interactions that you're trying to manage are running into the thousands, if not millions, on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. So you definitely need some kind of automation to do this. And why as well? Because I fundamentally believe that the segmentation model that we're all probably trying to work to at the moment is dead. The idea of taking a database and trying to do some persona work or some profile work and breaking our database into some convenient segments like, middle-aged father of two from West London, or guy working in computers, or FD of a manufacturing business, and coming up with what, at best 8, 12, 20 different personas or profiles. That just doesn't work, because even when we're successful in that, think about email. We do all that hard work, right? We sit in working groups, we have brainstorms, we have focus groups, we build these 8 personas, we then segment our database, we pull out the proportion of our database that is that specific segment, we work hard on a value proposition and an offer, we distribute that through an email. Even if we're really successful now, what's our open rate? 20% if we're lucky. What's our click-through rate? 1%, 2%, 3%. Let's say it's 3%. If it's 3%, that's a great day in marketing, right? We're all down the pub, high-fiving, having a beer. 97% of what we did failed. Which other profession celebrates that kind of approach? I mean, it's just crazy when you think about it, right? So there is a fundamentally different way in which we can reach our audiences, have relevant discussions with them, and ultimately deliver them a better experience. And that, again, is why we need automation, because what is missing is the context of me as an individual. I may be a middle-aged, middle-class marketing director from West London who works for Adobe, who likes Grenson shoes. I even took the trouble to wear some Grenson shoes and get a picture of a Grenson shoe. It doesn't mean I'm going to buy a pair now, right? So how does the retailer understand where I am in my buying cycle? And, in the old model, we would just push out these messages hoping that some of these would stick, hoping that 3%, 2%, 1% of our audience would click through or view this sort of content. And so this is where automation comes in, the ability to automate a relationship based on behaviors. What someone's clicking on, what someone's viewing, what someone's downloading, what someone's liking, what someone's not opening, not liking, not viewing. All these measures are the ways in which we can move forward, how we do our marketing and be successful. And I think fundamentally it's the principles of inbound marketing. It's letting the buyer drive the process, not you try and drive it through some outmoded way of doing sales and marketing.